Hello again. So we're going to scrape this website, the bestsellers, and also going to do pagination. There are 5 pages, and each page contains 20 items, or 20 book, 20 audiobook. So here I just wrote some basic code here. We imported the web driver, pandas for exported. This is the website. I added an extra line, which is the maximize window. Okay. So just right click, go to inspect. This is a pre-made tutorial. So we are going to scrape the book name and also the author. You can do other things, but we're going to do 2 because this is just an example. I found out that some books have more than one author, and that's why we're going to loop through those items. We're going to create a box. If we do Ctrl+Shift+C, so this is we're going to do this box, try to get this box, and then loop through each item. So what I found is that, let's try this code. I think this one, that worked for me. We have to replace the spaces by a dot. And first always begin with a dot because it's class, as you can see. Okay, and we have here, as you can see, we have 20 items. So as what we have in this page, we have 20 items. Okay, and then we're going first to copy this and go here. Let's write, for example, box is equal to driver.css. Not .css. I miss much in between Scrappy and Selenium. Driver find element by CSS selector. Find element, and here instead of element we're gonna do elements. We're gonna add the s because we want to return all of the elements. And now we're going to locate the book name here precisely. Okay, let's try to locate it, and then dot and paste it, and let's replace those spaces by a dot and see. Oh no. Let's try to find a better selector. What? H3? Find me. There is an A tag and H3. Let's say H3. Yes. Yeah, we have 20 items. Okay. But the find me book is under the A tag. So let's add an A. Yeah. That's the perfect selector. And here, go back to the code and do for item and box, and here gonna do a name or book name is equal to item dot find element, and I'm gonna remove the s because we're going to find only one item, and here paste it, and then do dot text because we're going to extract it, and then we're going to find the author name, this one. Yeah. And as I said, let's try to find a book that has 2 authors. Yeah, this one. Ctrl+C, Ctrl+Shift+C. They're under this class, yeah. Author, but this one looks more meaningful because it says author label. Let's try this. I remove the name tag, dot, and then paste it, and replace the spaces by a dot. Okay, and now we're going to try and access the text. Okay, it's under this class, but also under an A tag. Let's try A here. Yes. The A tag works perfectly. Okay, let's copy this. Go back to the code and write here author. And here we're going to do find elements because we want to get all the authors. Find elements by CSS selectors and paste it. And also, no, we're not going to do text because it's going to return a list. We're going to do an extra, instead of author, let's write temp because it's going to be temporary. So here, author is equal to b space and then dot join. And here inside list comprehension, I'm going to do return I dot text for I in temporary. Okay, that should work. You can even to differentiate between the names, you can do add a comma here and then a space and see how it behaves. Okay, and also for exporting, we're gonna create two lists, one for the name, other one for the author. So list name, and the list author is equal to empty list. And here I'm gonna append the name, append the author. Okay, so now the name and author should have 2020 lists. We're going to print list name, and this is just for debugging. I don't want to continue until I'm sure that I reach right now is working. At least I should find 20 in both lists, author and now. Yeah, amazing, 2020. So now we can proceed for exporting. And now we're going to use the pandas library for exporting, but before we're going to create a dictionary data, let's call it book name and the list name, and then author, a list author. Okay, and now df, let's create a variable called df, and then going to convert that data into data frame. So pd.data frame, I put inside it that dictionary. And then we're going to do df.toCSV, let's call it, and I want the index to be false. Let's run it. Yeah, it finished. Okay. Close. Yeah, I forgot to close. When it finishes, we can close it. So we're not going to do it manually. So driver.quit. Okay, let's find that file. Okay, that books has more than one author. Yeah, like this one. Yeah, two authors, it's separated by a comma. So we successfully extracted the first page. We're going to do pagination. I'm going to do Ctrl+Shift+C and try to locate the next button, because when I go to click on it, I'm going to locate to this next button, also the length of 5. So I prefer to do a range of 5 because this is the last page. So I'm gonna scrape this 5 and create a for loop through it. So we know that the for loop is going to run 5 times. And it looks that it's here, button text, page in, link wrapper. I try to copy this. Do dot. Yeah, I know it's a long class name, but that was a mistake. Dot. Yeah, as you can see, I'm just replacing the spaces with a dot. Yeah, it's working because there's only one item by this name. Okay, amazing. I'm gonna copy it. And inside the code here, gonna do next page is equal to driver.find element, because there's only one item, element by CS selector, and paste it here. Yeah, okay. And new page dot click. Yeah, we're gonna click on it to go to the next page. Okay, now we're going to extract this 5. Try to locate it. Okay, it looks it's here. Yeah. Let's copy this class and see if it's meaningful. Let's try to remove this. Okay, it looks like this class has 2 items. I'm gonna scrape them both, and by indexing, I'm gonna use the second one. Let's go to the code, and here, let's do last page number. Okay, something meaningful. Driver.find elements. Yes, because we're going to return a list of those 2 items. And we said it's the second item. So 1, and then gonna add text. And also make sure that it's an integer, so I'm gonna convert it into an int. And here gonna do for underscore in range. So start by in range last page number, and then I'm gonna indent these. Yeah, also need to indent those 2. You know, I'm gonna comment all of this just to print last page number and see if it works. Yeah, 5. Okay, it's working. Okay, it's working. So it's going to arrange 5 times because last page is 5. So I'm gonna loop here. I don't know if I need to bring this here. Let's do it. It's better if I add it here. It looks for me meaningful. Okay, let's run the code. We know that it's going to finish because we have this driver.quit. So, oh, I forgot something. Yeah, maximizing. Yeah, scrolling down, second page. Yeah, scrolling down, third page. Scrolling down, fourth page. Scrolling down, and fifth page. Yeah, this is the last one. Okay, an error occurred here. What's going on? 24, new page. Driver identified element by cell selectors. Yeah, it couldn't find it, but it should stop here. It shouldn't check for the next page. It shouldn't click on the next page. So yeah, here, I think after thinking shortly, if I do here 1, it's gonna start from 1 to 5. Because here it's going to click this 5 times, but I wanted to click here 4 times because we are already in the first page when we start. Yeah, let's do it again. Save it. So from 1 to the last page, so from 1 to 5. Run it again. So I'm gonna speed it a little bit. Yeah, it finished. Yeah, it finished and closed the browser automatically for us. Good job. And here's the output. All books are here. So 81 lines, so 80 books. So here I'm gonna change. So we have a code here. So I'm gonna change. Problem is here. I'm gonna change just by space so that it won't create the codes. So it added those codes to add the commas, because if it didn't add the codes, the CSV will write them as will understand them as a new column. Okay, so it worked. We did skid first page and then pagination, and now we're going to do a headless mode, which means let's scrap your work in the background. You won't see the browser pop up if it is going to be in the background, and which I usually do. I always, when I create a script and run it, always I use the headless mode. So that's why we need some imports. I need only one line, this line for doing the headless mode. And here what we're going to do is create a variable. It's called, for example, option is equal to options, which means these options. And then we're going to do option dot headless is equal to true, and then option dot configuration option dot add argument, and here we're going to window size equal to, so mine is 60 multiply 900, so that's my screen size. So you have to do your screen resolution, your maximum screen resolution. If you had 80/20, you can do it. And here in the driver where the path is, I'm gonna add a comma and then options is equal to option. And now we can comment this or remove it. We don't need the maximum window because we are working now in headless mode in the background. And now if we run our code, let's see if it works. Okay, one missing argument, type add argument. What's going on? Let's check it again. Option add argument. Okay, we get not Windows, window. Let's run it. Still we have problem. Window size is equal to 60 multiply 900. Type add argument. Missing one required position argument. Yeah, problem is here. I missed this parenthesis. That's why we got problem. But we're still having options, which line? 11. Options. It looks it's working in the background. Wait a little bit. Okay, it stopped scraping. Let's get the file and see how it looks. As you can see here. And if you remember, we changed the output in the join method. We did just a space, and as you can see, this is first author, second author. We don't have those codes now. And we got all the 5 pages data. This is a better way than popping up your browser. And that's how it works with headless. It's easy, simple.